So here I am with Harry. We're going to be practicing some recalls right now. I'm out here, this open field. There's nothing going on. There's a few birds here and there. There's really not much going on here as far as distraction wise. He seems to have this what they call predatory drift. A lot of dogs have it to some point or another. His would be a little bit elevated at times of little game like squirrels, birds, rabbits, where he just kind of, as soon as he sees, he snaps and not necessarily really snaps, but he gets into this mode, this predatory mode, and he's kind of gone. It's called a predatory drift, and the reason why it's called a drift is because the dog's mind is basically gone. He's not the same dog he was 3 seconds ago. He's a different dog. When a dog goes in that type of mode, it's a small part of their brain. You know, they have a total of a lemon-sized brain. A small part is that predator drive of chase, kill, eat. And when they get into this mode, it's like tunnel vision. The other side of his brain, the bigger side, is the ones where we can say, "Hey, Harry," and he's looking at us. "Harry, let's play. Harry, let's sit, wait. Harry, all these other things." This is the more cognitive side of his brain. This is the side that we're using the most. Here today, right now, we're going to be doing some recalls out here in this field. I have a very long leash on him. It's about, good boy, it's about 40 feet long. That's nothing compared to this big field. But I let a leash drag for safety reasons. Even though I feel he'll come back to me every time I ask. You'll see I'll be asking him to come back to me frequently. I want him to kind of go out there and sniff and get into his own zone, and then I want to be able to get him out of that. You know, sniffing, looking, staring. These are small little parts of delving right into that predatory drive that I was just talking about. If we can kind of dance along the edge there, get him to respond to us in the little parts of it, then we're able to kind of get him to respond while he's deeper into that drive, into that predatory drift. So this is why he's jumping the fence when he sees a deer. You know, there's cows, there's sheep, there's llamas here. And I see this. I see him, bam, and he's done. That's it. But I can snap him out, but I have to be there. What happens when we're not right beside him? What happens when he gets in that drive and we just want him to come? It takes practice. It takes practice. It takes patience. You have to practice this recall. You know, if we only work on it the 1 or 2 times a year that he sees a deer, or wherever you live, it could be 8 to 10. If we only practice it then he's probably going to get it wrong. Now, if we go outside every day and get about 4 or 5 or 8 to 10 recalls a day, then he's in that recall mode. Then he understands what he needs to do. He's in a training mode. Every time he comes out, he's anticipating you're calling him. So this is what you need to do when you get home. Practice this daily. Go outside, practice it daily. It takes 2 minutes. Once a day for 2 minutes. That's it. For the next several weeks, go out there and just call them back to you. Let them wander off, call them back to you. If it'll help, and you'll see here, have them on a long leash. That way we have a little bit of control. If he doesn't come immediately, we'll reel him in a little bit, and once he turns around and starts coming to us, good boy, give him a treat, you know, or some kind of pet or acknowledgement that he did it right. We want to make sure he's rewarded for doing that right. We want to recall, we want him to come to us when called. We want to reward that. If there's no reward involved, he's not going to do it. If we come up to the conclusion that the dog should do it because what? He aims to please, because because you're cool, you drive a nice car, because you're pretty. You know, is this why you think the dog should do it? No, no, no. We're dealing with a very selfish animal. They think about none other than themselves. If it's something in it for Harry, then he's going to do it. All right? So he has to be rewarded. And every single time for the next 2 or 3 weeks, every day, go out there. It takes 2 minutes. 2 minutes. That's it. All right. Here we go. Come on, Bubba. I got the long leash here. I want him out there. Come on, Harry, buddy. Let's go, buddy. Good job. Good. I want to reward him for coming to me. Harry. Good. So I gauged at about 10 feet in there. He's got a sister's leash on because I don't like the retractable ones. He's looking at me. Good. You can come back to me. Great. When he turns and he goes out and he turns around and looks back at me, perfect. That's exactly what we want. We want him to check in on us. Good boy. Good job. Harry, good job. Let's go. Good boy. It's got to be rewarded. If it's not going to work. Notice my voice. Good. It's not stern. It's not mean. I want him here. I have to figure out ways to get him here. Once I start, Harry, no, then I'm pretty sure he's not going to come then. So. Harry, good boy. Notice his ears. When he goes out, his ears are pent back. He's waiting for me to call him. We've done this 100 times. He's anticipating me calling him. Notice his ears. When his ears are pent back like this, he's ready. Harry. He's ready for us to call him. That's what we want. We want him to anticipate us calling him at any moment. He was sniffing right there, perfect. Harry, let's go, buddy. Harry, let's go. Let's go, buddy. Oh, yeah. Just what I said, when he doesn't come, give a little tug on that rope a little bit. Good boy. And once he starts running, drop the lead. Harry, good job. staying here for a second. Hopefully he'll go out. All it takes about 5 to 8 per. Go out there every day. Don't expect the dog to do it because you're so nice, that you're pretty, that you drive this sweet car, live in a nice house, or got this sweet job. He don't care. He cares about him. What's in it for him? So we have to put something in place to where every time you come to us, great things happen. You know, this will help out in the modes when he gets into those predatory modes, this tunnel vision, and is the practice. Harry, good boy, good job. And notice that I am clicking as soon as he turns around, as soon as he gets, good boy. I'm clicking as soon as he turns around, or that he's kind of running the fastest. Usually right now I'm clicking when he's just turning around. And that's a marker of right then and there, this is exactly what I wanted you to do. When I'm calling you from a distance, I need you to turn around and look at me. And then therefore, I'm able to call you, I'm able to get you to me. Or I'm able to give you some kind of cue, a sit or down from a distance. First of all, I have to maintain that his name, and which was good, Hunter. I say Hunter. Harry, good boy. Sit. Good job. So his name is one of the most important things you'll ever train him, and especially from a distance, especially when it comes to competing with the environment, the birds, the squirrels, the llamas, the cows, and stuff like that. And to get him out of that that mode, that drift. So the next one I'm gonna do, which I've already done before with him, is actually going around the cows. Now we're going to be going around the sheep, around the cows. You'll see it'll be a different dog. It'll be less comfortable. I don't know what it is. He wants to get at, he wants to do that. And then you'll see that it'll be different. So if there's any way maybe we can, and this is why he's here, is to get him a little bit out of that mode and that drift. And but to practice it at the house is to like throw a toy, or have something like scoot across his line of sight, like a squirrel or something, like a ball, or some kind of toy. And then when he sees it, he's in that mode, bam, then call him, you know, because soon as that something like goes across his line of sight, he's in that mode, bam, and his ears go up and he's ready for the chase, kill, eat kind of situation. So you could set it up by tossing one in front of them, and I could show you if I had a toy. Yeah, I do have a toy. I could show you a little bit exactly what I'm talking about right now. So you don't really have to have a llama or a deer around. It's as soon as he gets in that drift, you can snap him out. You could train for that in a controlled environment right here. Okay. Hey, good boy. Good boy, buddy. So you just kind of shoot it. Harry, good boy. But you practice that. You practice this. Of course, he's not really, but he sees some little skittle across his line of vision, and he saw it the whole time. But when you surprise him, it's a little bit different. And I usually tuck it up under my arm, a ball or something. That way he can't visually see it a lot. It kind of blends in with me and my profile. And you just shoot it right across his line of sight. And it looks like some type of animal. So practice that at the house, you know, so you don't have to practice around a live rabbit or a live deer, because you may not see them. You don't know when they're out there. We just know that he does go after those things. So